Welcome to Beatrice Wins FFs. Disclaimer: this is a complete work of fan fiction. When slightly bent down, feeling pain in her body. God, why I'm suddenly feeling hurt, she murmurs, and a frown appears on her face, and eyes widen. Oh my god, I'm about to get my period soon. But they have to come every month. She whined like a baby, but having other options sighs while waiting for a cold-hearted, heartless husband to come back home. Why this heartless but handsome husband of mine have to come back home so late? She scolds in annoyance, and at the same time hear someone clearing his throat. She got startled by the sudden voice and immediately turned her face to the side with her hand on her beating heart, only to see Devil himself standing in front of her. A sigh left her mouth. Who comes like a creep, Jungkook? She scolds him, and he shrugs. I thought to secretly hear what my wife thinks about me. When cheeks burned as she bit her inner cheek while looking down in embarrassment. Then strides towards her, making her take a lump. Is she going to her bubbly? For which she said to him, she gulps a visible lump unconsciously, moving backwards. So I'm a harmless person, kitten, he murmurs, as he pulled her towards him and snuggled in her. Her eyes widened as she clutched sides of her shirt tightly for some composure. Jungkook, what are you doing? She took a shaky breath. What am I doing, love? Having a romantic moment with my beautiful wife, he murmured, his nose squeezing her neck while he left some soft there and butterflies started dancing in her stomach. Cook. His name turns into a when he her neck leaving there and her almost in ecstasy. Now you're looking most pretty princess. One can't hold back anymore as he immediately ran away from there and he chuckles to see her action. One is 23 years old, graduated in zoology. She's sweet and caring kind of person. Extremely introvert, only open up with someone if you let her in your comfort zone. Arranged married with Jungkook a month ago. Secretly likes her husband, but she thinks he's a cold-hearted and heartless person. So mostly composes herself around him. Tall, muscled, with messy black hairs and sharp dark eyes. Has a few visible tattoos and piercings. Confident, intimidating, and fiercely protective of those he loves. Secretly charming and caring. He's a hairless mafia boss whom everyone is scared of, secretly whipped and adore his little wifey. It was a beautiful morning, but not for a specific someone. When rolling in bed in pain, she finally got her today, and now cramps were hitting her hard. One look towards clock indicated only 7 a.m. in morning, and Jungkook was already awake, probably working for his projects or meeting. She huffs like a baby. I want snacks. She almost sobs. She called Jungkook, but what if he denied and didn't want to take any snacks from me? She murmured with a pout, and as soon as this thought came in her mind, her face paled more. It's just been a month till both of them got married, and so far one was not sure about so many things. So far, Jungkook was a good husband, but sometimes he just distanced himself from her. And according to Wyan's personality, she never tried to invade in someone's personal space, no matter the significant other is none other than her other half, her husband. Maybe it was not his intentions, or he never really say anything to Wyan that make her feel distant. But for the matter of fact, he have a cruel and heartless personality, and sometimes that makes her scared from him, and she just won't able to open up in front of him. All incident of her brother taking her favorite snacks and chocolates just for her came in her mind, and then another incident came in her mind where her mother was giving her special treatment because she was on her girls' days. When wanted to cry so badly, and her cramps was not helping the situation at all. She had covered herself with blanket like a cocoon because she was feeling cold too. A sob left her mouth with closed eyes. Alex, you were supposed to be responsible for the shipping and take care of everything yourself, he growled in anger, looking towards the screen. A single task. I just gave you a single task to complete it under your supervision, and you even messed it up, even more badly. Then hissed, throwing on table while Alex was trembling on the other side of line. I'm so sorry, boss. I will clear my mess and we'll find our shipment too. He pleaded and took a great seat. This gal was from my side before I came there, and without a second thought, he roared. And yeah, make sure to find my shipments. If I didn't find them till evening, it might be the last of your life. With that, he immediately cut the call while massaging his temples in annoyance and frustration. His eyes landed on his wedding photo frame on his desk. A smile rose his lips as he took the picture and lightly creased one's photo and immediately got up to see her. Near phones when he opened door and heard the noise of wind, his eyes narrowed as he hastily took fast steps towards bed where one must possibly be. But his voice widened when he saw her crouching down, holding her stomach, and her facial expression clearly indicating she was in pain. Hey baby, what's wrong? He immediately marched towards her, very clearly visible on his face, when turned her face towards him as she pouted, feeling so helpless, and a sob left her mouth. Then good word when she clings to him and snuggles in his, as he wraps his arm around her tightly and rubs her back in a soothing manner and her forehead lightly. What happened, princess? Are you alright? Is it hurting somewhere? Can I call doctor? One shakes her head without facing him. I'm fine, she murmured with a sob. Jing tried to pull her away from him, but she held him more tightly. When if you don't tell me what's wrong, how will I got to know about it? He murmured calmly, making some random circles in her back, soothing her nerves. She slightly steps away as she pouts, looking towards him, and hiccuped her cheeks while wiping tear stains from her cheeks. What happened, love? Did he really say that? Was she here? Her subconsciousness said, but she immediately shrugs it and concentrated on what was important. I got headphones, but then it hit him hard. Oh my god, baby, tell me what can I do to make you feel better? One shakes her head. Nothing. One, please. I'm unexperienced. Please let me know. She's waiting for a second. Snacks. I want some snacks, please. Bring some snacks for me, and yeah, lots and lots of chocolates. That's it, she nods. Okay, I'll be back with your snacks. Half an hour passed, and Nigu returned back with many bags full of snacks. One mouths hang open. They just want for you, and he literally got tons of things for her. Unknowingly, a cold blanket from her heart melted for him. Everything is for me, she mumbles, opening a packet of chips and stuffing it in her mouth. Of course, baby, he creases her hair. Anything else I can do to make you feel better? When she shakes her head. It's more than enough. She smiles, already feeling a little better now. He nods, feeling a bit relieved. A few minutes passed and she hears a knock. As Jungkook went to open door and returned back with doctor, making her eyes whitened. Then called the doctor to see what was wrong. He said it's just because he's worried. Oh my god, when does this cold-hearted husband of mine become so caring? She felt butterflies in her stomach by the way he was doing care for her. Now walks back into the room after bidding farewell to the doctor and has really serious danger, scare for me look on his face. I try not to laugh on him as he sits on the edge of the bed. I told you I was fine, no need to call the doctor. See, he told the same thing, he sighs. I know, baby, I was just worried. When heart warms up. Half an hour passed, one was feeling much better now, while Jungkook was accompanying her by telling her random jokes. In short, he was trying to distract her attention from her pain, and it worked. Just then you called Jungkook. It's been more than 20 times, I guess. Possible, it must be important, right? He stared at her and then picks his phone call, which was ringing continuously. He cuts the call with a minute while one was staring him with puzzled expression to find what was wrong. What happened? She asks. They need me in office. Basically, I have to do some really important work. Do you need me to stay? He asks and one eyes widen a bit. She immediately shakes her head as no. It's fine, I can manage without your sunshine. Personality, for a pet cookie, she teased with a pout while blinking cutely, and he just rolled his eyes. I'm serious, so if you need absolutely anything, you call Mrs. Han, housekeeper, or me immediately. Understand, love? If you need anything, you don't hesitate to call me. Kitten, I don't care if it's little as you can't reach the remote or water bottle. You call for me for any matter. He finishes off, and that's when a grin break out on Wen's face. He keeps blabbering on about calling him, and Wen bite her lip to hold her smile. Do you hear a single word I said? He's asked. If I say no, does she tell me? He should explain it again so cutely. Wen thinks in her mind with a giggle, completely forgetting she had really bad cramps. You're really cute, Coo, she whispers, and he narrows his eyes at her. God, he's so adorable, she thinks in her mind. What? He asks when he saw her grinning at him, and she shakes her head. You need anything? He pauses, moving closer to her and moving his face closer to her until their face was inches apart. You'll call me, he whispers, and his eyes flicker down. Leans to her eager, and her eyes flutter shut. Stop biting your, he whispers, and his hands came up running against her bottom lip. As he placed a small on her jaw, his thumbs freezed the lip she was biting, though she had no idea when she was biting, and he moves back a bit. Maybe you're blushing again. He smirks, and one shakes before her eyes open again, feeling that on her cheeks. I hate it when you make me blush, Mr. Mafia. I murder, and he always makes more. Call me immediately if you need absolutely anything, sweetheart, he whispers before wrapping his hand around her neck and pulling her closer. One's stomach was begging for the butterflies to chill out. Go do work, Jungkook, she muttered with a shaky breath when she found his eyes. His eyes with a hum. Fine, take care, she nods, and he left. One flops in bed while giggling and rolling in bed. He's so cute. When he don't act that stupid heartless person, she murmurs, and a blush creeps her cheeks, looking at all the snacks and sweets he had gotten for her. It was afternoon now, and so far her cramps didn't hit that bad after Jungkook take care of her in the morning, and she was feeling a little warm and a fuzzy feeling in her body. She was watching a series while eating chocolates. Many wrappers of chocolates scattered around her while her eyes were completely focused on her series. Suddenly, she grumbled, crouching down as she hauled her abdomen when a bad cramp hit her again. Oh God, not again, she squealed with closed eyes as she placed her hand there for some comfort. Mrs. Ann, she called the housekeeper, who immediately rushed towards the living room area as per her boss's order to accompany Gwen or be there for her immediately if she needs something. Yes, ma'am, are you okay? She asked with worry to see her groaning in pain. Can you please bring me a heating pad or a warm bottle? She nods. Immediately. Yes, ma'am, I'll bring it back. But before she left, one calls again, a blanket as well. Of course, Mrs. John. After a few minutes, she ran back with the hot water bottle and tucked her in blanket. One tried to give her a faint smile, but in vain. Can I call Mr. John, ma'am? She asked in worry to see her condition, but when she shook her head, he must be busy, she managed to say with closed eyes, hand heavy. But Mrs. Han did otherwise. Jungkook had specially instructed her before leaving in morning, so how she could possibly disobey her boss. Hello, everything alright? Jungkook immediately picked up one second ring. No, sorry, ma'am is not feeling well. I told her to call you, but she denied. Jungkook pinched bridge of his nose. Where is she now? In living room, sir. I just gave her a heating pad. Oh, okay, good work, Mrs. Han. Can you take phone to her? She smiled lightly on appreciation. Of course, sir. Just give me a minute. Hello, one murmured sweetly, holding herself to non burst into tears. Baby, are you feeling pain again? Well, let out a hiccup. Bali, I don't want to bother you, Jungkook, but can you please come back home? She sobs while he was already on his way downstairs. I shall be there in no time. Sir, you guest just went upstairs, she informed, finding him coming out from left as she thinks he might came to receive them. I have somewhere important to reach. Call my secretary and tell her to deal with them. And don't call me unless if there is anything important. When love, you're right, he scoops her in his arms as she snuggles closer to him while clutching his shirt and sobs like a baby. They're really bad, Jungkook, she sobs, holding him closer, and he rubs her back soothingly. They'll be fine, baby, don't worry, I'm here now, she nods in a tiny. Mrs. Han, can you bring lavender oil for me, please? Mrs. Han, who was standing closer, waiting for any order, immediately nods and rushed back to get what she'd all for. Can we go to room? When she shakes her head, I don't have energy to move. I'll carry you, love. It's comfortable here. Thank you. You can leave now and don't let anyone enter the living room till I know. Of course, sir. She nods and immediately flee from there. Baby, she hummed. Let's lay down on couch. She shakes her head. Because he smiled, squeezing her hairs. But I won't able to give you a massage if you sit on my lap, love. He murmured softly as she stared at him for a second and then oil placed on table as she sighs and lay down on couch. Then rubs oil on his hand as he started caressing and massaging her lower abdomen soothingly. One felt her nerves relaxed as she closed her eyes and let his hand show magic. Is it helping? She nods with closed eyes, and a light smile tucked his lips to finally see her relaxed. Where did you learn it? He smirks. How do he tell her he's been searching for everything to do to comfort your partner? He keeps massaging for half an hour, making sure she was comfortable enough, though he thinks she fell asleep to see her closed eyes. But as soon as he takes a step away, she holds his hand. Where are you going? One wasn't a clingy person, but suddenly her babyish behavior was making him awe on her cuteness. No, we are loved. Just putting aside doll. She nods and me grabby hands as he picks her again with a chuckle. Let's cuddle. She pops. He smiles immediately, hugging her. Both of us will not able to fit in this shiny couch, love. He laughs. We want cuddles. She pouts. Well, in that case, we can go to room. With that, he scoops her in his arms, making her let out a gasp with sudden action. A blush scraped her cheeks as she put her head on his shoulder with closed eyes. Both of them were cuddling for how many hours, they don't even know. Ringing of a phone noise made Ryan to stir in her sleep as she looks around to find an empty bed, and inside their bulging cook phone was ringing. She sighs, laying down, but even after a few minutes, when it didn't stop ringing, she picked it up and got to know he have an important meeting in a few minutes. She put back phone and stretched her arms, feeling still half cramps, but a bit better than before. At the same time, Jung came back from washroom and smiled to see her already awake. You're right, love? She nods a bit. By the way, Tanya called. You have some virtual meeting in a few minutes. Her raise a bro. Oh, I completely forgot about it. Did you fall asleep too? He nods with a chuckle. Yeah, your pretty cuddling partner earlier incident of how she makes him her stuffed toy came in his mind as he chuckled and blush rose to her cheeks. What? She raised a paw to see him smiling. Nothing, he murmured as he leans down and again picks her with her blanket. She let out a squeal. What are you doing now? We have a meeting to attend. You need to attend the meeting, go, no me. And you're coming with me, love. What? Why? What is my purpose there? He opened his home office door as he went inside. You want cuddles, baby. Moreover, I won't be able to fulfill it knowing you're fine or not. He sat in his chair comfortably while making her sit on his. She gulps a lump. Jungkook, this could be embarrassing for you. She pleaded as she grazed her cheeks with a reassuring smile. Embarrassing for me? Who says that? No way, love. I'm just doing what a good husband should do, taking care of his wife. He gently pulled her closer, wrapping his arms around her and holding her closely in a cuddling position. See, you're already more comfortable sitting on my lap, right? I can keep an eye on you while I work this virtual meeting. She blushed, and knowing there is no room for argument, she just sat there quietly. Fine, he also handed her her head hitting pad, which she took silently. There we go, that's my girl. He rubs her affectionately and directed his attention towards screen as his business about to start. His associate began discussing various matters relating to the business, such as ongoing operations and upcoming plans. He listened intently, responding as he did well the entire time. He kept his firm hand on once, gently rubbing her skin and showing his affection towards her. I'm hungry, she whispers in his ear and looked up with a bow towards him. You couldn't help but chuckle at her sudden declaration of hunger as he turns off mic and moved towards her. Hungry, well, I can take my wife. Going hungry, he gently squeezed her, making her let out a sharp breath. What do you want to eat, baby? I'll make sure you get whatever you're craving for. The snacks and chocolates you bring for me in the morning will work fine. Just tell Mrs. Ann to bring some here for me. He nodded, squeezing her cheek slightly. As you wish, ma'am, he responded. And Sadie moved to sit comfortably as she wrapped her arms around his neck and started playing with his ears. Did I ever tell you you're so cool? She whispered in his ear, fanning his skin, leaving a tingling feeling. Babe, behave, she gulps, but continues chasing him every now and then, while he just controls himself, knowing she's just chasing him. It lasted more than half an hour. Right after she was done eating her snacks, and noticed she was a bit uncomfortable, so immediately changed her position, made her sit in a comfortable position. In her prompts to know, he noticed, even though she didn't even tell him, his hand moved towards her face as he tucked a single strand of hair behind her ear, while she have laid her head on his and closed her eyes. Are you sleeping, love? No, are you done? He nods. Yep. Thank God. It was so boring. He slightly smiles on her words. Don't laugh like that. You're making me fall for you. Really? Meanwhile, I'm already in love with my gorgeous wife. Her heart skips a beat. Is it still hurting? I think your charmness makes me feel better. Moreover, you're such a cutie killing partner. She pinches cheeks with the giggle. So yeah, it's still there, but not works like earlier. She smiles and he creases her cheeks with a beautiful smile denting on his own lips. And I forgot your earlier tease, she bit her lip. I'll the playfulness won't bite. He smirks. But I can. With that, he pulled her closer with her nape as he with hers. I was holding back myself in home meeting. He one thinks but replied him in same way. So was I. Thanks for watching.